Privet, privet, my fellow Russians. I'm in the black Russian category. Well, Russians are dark skinned. There are plenty of dark skinned Russians because of the Asiatic blend. But today I'm not going to be talking about my ethnic background. Don't mind the hair, everybody. It's home. I'm home. It's home. Yes, it's home with me. It's on top of my cabeza. It's very, very cold up here. Wearing a sweatshirt in my house. Los Angeles. This was a $65 shirt at the airport. Um, the last time I went to LA, which was a while back. I'm due to go back out there again. Long overdue. Uh, anyway, I bought this at the Goodwill because like I said, everybody who, any and everybody who watches my videos, plus those who critique me, I'm a thrift shop shopper because I don't like giving my money to corporations. I refuse. I just will not. I will not. I will not spend X amount of dollars on something that cost X amount of cents to then cost X amount of dollars to be brought here and cost X amount of dollars to be manufactured elsewhere to be sold for X amount of dollars here. I don't do that. I learned like a long time ago about finances and money and how it all works, the monetary machine of our universe. Hold on one second. A little bit dim. Yeah, so I learned about the money game a long time ago. Hello, hello, mahaba, mahaba. Don't worry about if anybody's here or not. If you say anything ridiculous, your comments will be ignored and blocked because this is what what YouTube does. Yeah, so I don't buy stuff from wholesale stores, retail stores rather. I've been buying stuff wholesale for a very long time, and like I said, I learned about that when I was a young teenage girl working in retail on Fordham Road. When the the article I worked in a kids clothing. Actually, no, my son was born. I remember, yeah, my timeline now because now I'm so like antiquated. It's like I'm trying to figure out these like events in my life that have occurred. Hold on, let me go let my little chica out. And this is the progress here. I put my refrigerator back, the big one. This one I'll just, oh, well, whatever. Yeah, because that little refrigerator, I cook often and well, I sell my stuff and, um, I was just thinking of the energy sources because I'm ultra conservative when it comes to nature. Uh, but that's just not going to work out. But anyway, I conserve with other ways. I'll show everybody something. Anyone who has dogs, this is on a different subject. Okay. This here, these right here, these are incontinence pads in healthcare facilities. Okay. Um, so now, fortunately, alhamdulillah, I'm not at that point. But I do have my dog. So now I used to buy the disposable pads and I used to get them by the case. And I was like, okay, because I do the budget. I was like, okay. I remember these from my mom. And like I said, I was a caretaker for someone I was in. Um, so now I buy these. I take the number two and then I throw it in the trash or I toss it because I have a yard, and then I'll soak it in the tub with some bleach and scrub it, and then I throw it in the washer. It all depends if it's not that sort. So now these are great when you have a dog, because those pads cost a lot of money. Now, granted, if you're in a place where you don't have access to a machine, if you have a sink or a tub, I mean, you can go ahead and use these and just buy the disposables to place on top. Like if you're out about traveling, because some people, you know, in today's world with how rents are, people are living, they're couch surfing, and this is life. So hopefully we can get some resolution with that and make housing affordable for everyone. That would be like an ideal life goal, an ideal political goal for the next administration. I could help you with that. I could really be very, very, very productive on that, because there's a lot of ways to house people. And it doesn't have to consist of cardboard boxes. It doesn't have to consist of tarps, because there's so much money in our world that we can do all these great things to accommodate everyone. That would be a really good thing, wouldn't that? Wouldn't that be like a fantastic thing? I had said like 10 years ago, 7 years ago, I'm into building. I'm into a lot of different things of, this way. If it's about BS, keep the BS down in the septic, in the sewer. Let it flush out. Don't bring it to me. About 7 to 10 years ago on Twitter, I said the shipping containers can be provided. There's millions, billions of shipping containers all over this world, okay? With our freight and our economy and how things move, nothing gets here unless it's coming from overseas, excluding the products that are made here, which you can basically count on, like, you can take your digits between your hands and your feet. There's really not that much manufacturing here. Everything has been shipped out. Thank you very much. That's a whole other subject. But shipping containers can be established where people can have a place to sleep, and they can have warmth, and they can have shelter. They don't have to be out and about. It's horrible, man. It was a horrible thing. Totally horrible. Years ago, I lived in Manhattan, and it was a Mitchell Lama building. I got on the wait list when I was married to my husband, the fireman, and that's because there was a lot of turmoil, and I knew I'm gonna always be on my feet, because that's just how you have to be. So I got on these wait lists. They called me. I got to this apartment, right? And then now it was on 28th and 2nd, Phipps Plaza. Beautiful. Man, that was like such a home run. I missed that apartment. View of the Empire State Building, view of the Chrysler Building. You could see the fireworks on the 4th of July from the balcony. I mean, it was chef's kiss. There's the Bellevue shelter there, right around the corner. So now in the mornings, I'm going to work. Those men. And when I tell you how just how disgusting to see that, knowing the amount of money that is floated in our government. And these are men that have served in the military. And 90% of them are black men and brown men. And 90% of them have mental health and severe chronic long-term health issues, Agent Orange. And they're on the streets. So the fact that we have the number of unhoused people in our society that has just multiplied and has metastasized into a blob that blob now is coming for corporate America. So corporate America, the unhoused people that are the blob, you need to get yourselves together. You need to take all the billions and trillions that you have garnered throughout the years of your wealth accumulation, take that money and start making affordable housing. Your next 20 generations are set. You have set financial tiers for your next 20 generations, who will then ascend further. You know it, I know it, the world knows it. So getting back to the need for the shipping containers. I said this a long time ago. They could be established. They could have porta potties. They can have, each unit can contain 20 gallons of water like an RV. And when war, or you set it up to a sewer system, you know, the same way everything was done during the Gilded Age to set people up and establish all this wealth is the same way the billionaires, the same way world leaders, okay, world leaders need to come together and start doing something for the people. That you all know how the hierarchy goes. That's what you all need to do. That's what you all need to do. And shipping containers are so accessible. You can buy a brand new shipping container. You could buy a brand new shipping container for like $20,000, or something that's traveled around the world. You can insulate it. You could put flooring in it. You know, you could put roofing on it. Roof. A lot you can do. A lot you can do. Yes. All right. This person needs to go. This is reported. This someone is being very, 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 very. Thank you. So yeah. So that's the topic of today for right now. That's what I have to say. That's what I have to say, and I'm gonna keep on talking about stuff like that because that's the kind of stuff that matters. So that's what I have to say. And I would say to people what's happening now politically. It's all kind of like a roulette wheel. Let's figure out who's gonna go where, who's gonna do what. You know, it's like, let's throw some shit at the wall. Let's see if it sticks. Oh, that shit's sticking. Okay, we're gonna stick with you over there. You know, and they gotta like really chop, get it together, because you're making us look real stupid. You know, you really are. We look dumb enough. We are freaking dumb. You know, we're supposed to be the world superpower. You can all keep believing that lie. Keep believing that lie. Yeah, because I'm not anti-American. I'm anti-bullshit, and I've seen so much of it. It's really, it's amazing. It's amazing. You know, but what gets me is people that they're in a better place socially, and how a lot of people could just be so condescending. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Well, how did the people get to those places where you're oohing and on about in a derogatory manner? They didn't ask to be there. They didn't wake up. They didn't form in their father's sack and say during gestation, "Hey, you know what? I want to have a real jacked up life, and I want to live on cardboard boxes, and I want to have no health care, and I want to get arrested because I don't have a place to live." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right, right. So, yes, the changes are long overdue. And I would just say for everyone who believes that unicorns and rainbows are going to now be shooting out of the sky, and everybody's going to be able to have galas and festivities of large proportions with food and drink because the money is going to be so freely flowing. You're going to find out. You're going to find out real quick. You're going to all find out real quick. There's two things that you can depend on in life, and it's your honor and it's death. Those are the two things that are going to happen. Your honor and how you project yourself and who you are as an individual. That's what gives you the person that you are. Not where you're living, not what you're driving, not who you're dating, not how your kids look or the schools that your kids have gone to because of your affluence. Yeah. Anyway, and then what's happening in the Middle East is the most horrendous thing that I have seen. I've seen it before. I've seen it before a long time ago. Even as a kid, I remember Vietnam. We had to do a project in school, and I said, "What's the point of this? What are you doing? You're just destroying you. You're just destroying humanity." At like 8 years old, that's how my mindset was, and I didn't have any. I didn't have the grasp of knowledge of like knowing about politics and all that. I didn't have that concept yet. I wasn't, in that. And my mother, like I said, she was old school. She thought she was Italian. She's a Russian, please. Uh, she's a Russian Swede, yeah. But just from that generation, never talked about anything like not even like. Okay, obviously I'm a female, right? I'm a girl. And my nether region is that of a female. So none of us were ever explained about a cycle. We were never explained that. So now at that time when I finally did reach my shedding cycle, I thought if a man looked at me, I would become pregnant because that's all I heard, like in like from like whatever you watch a movie. I'm born in 1960, so the stuff that I was watching, it was just like that popcorn type of movies out then, like, oh, if you kiss a boy, you can get pregnant, whatever it was. So anyway, what I'm saying is that there was no information discussed on anything because of her rear, how she was brought up. Like my mother would see a commercial like about ladies menstruation pads, or say for instance other sanitary pads, and be like, oh my god, and she my point is that I come from an era where I wasn't told about things that are of the world. Just I guess naivety, my mother being naive, and her not, her it never been explained to her. So that's why, I say to parents, you have to explain to your children about their bodies, and especially for young women and young boys too, because a young girl can reach when young girls reach their cycle age, it could be, in some cultures it could be as young as like 8 years old, so it's just things that different era. But what my point is that people have a sense of delusion, because they think like it's almost like it's like I used to frequently watch this show. I don't care for it. I don't watch it anymore because of a host of reasons, which I won't discuss. That one show on the dating show, 90 Day Fiance. People think how the migrants, how foreigners think like that. America is this country. Well, yeah, it is. If you're set up in that lane, if you're in the middle lower class poverty lane, no, you're not going to see that life. But that's what the media shows. That's, hold on one second. The philosopher needs to hydrate. Oh wow, I started smaller I thought there was somebody behind me. I the spirits high. I love you. Thank you, spirits. So anyway, where was I? The flower nude. The rose. The rose. The rose needs to hydrate herself. Card on my head. This is 2 lemons. Actually, no, one. 1 lemon. There's the pulp. There is the pulp. Lemon, lime, orange, cranberry, grape, even banana water. Anything. Any fruit. You can put any fruit into a liquid. Preferably water. To each his own. Some people wake up and they have a shot of vodka or scotch. Whatever gets you through the night. But yeah, so anyway, there's a lot of bad stuff, a lot of incorrect stuff that needs to be corrected. Yeah, I was talking about the foreign, okay, they are immigrants. Like how the women, even the men over and they would think like, excuse me, oh, I'm going to have a Mercedes, I'm going to have an Audi, I'm going to have a Lamborghini. It's the people who believe that. I mean, a lot of people live like that, but it's all on credit. It's all on credit. So, because they have to, it's like you have to impress those around you to portray that you're a person of wealth when you're really a person of credit. Like daddy, no, like more like a sugar brokester, you know. I put that on a personal ad. No brokesters. That's like that's a street word. No brokester. That's a New York word. I'm sure it came from another word. It could have originated anywhere. But if you got nothing going for you, goodbye. What? What'd you say? Huh? Can't. When I was younger and like guys would try to pick me up and talk to me, and me speaking no English and keep walking. Not English. Or do it at like a bar or something. And be like, yeah, get a blank out of here. I don't like to be rude to people. I like to just meet people where they are. Well, one time years ago when I lived in Manhattan, I used to take the subway, 28th, and my subway token station. Let me see. It was Robert 128, I believe. Was it Robert? Okay, that's another story. Walking to the subway, so you see the same, like you're all my friends, right? You would see the same people commuting. So the same man, I would see him, and he'd be at the station. So he waves, I nod. Then he comes up to me, so, oh hi, and I'm like, yeah. I think I said like 3 words to this freaking clown. Do you know the next time, right into God, the next time I saw this freaking moron, this man, he takes the liberty to try to kiss me. And he did that, and this man, he froze. Yeah. I was like, are you effing kidding me? Oh, I didn't mean nothing by it. I said, keep it moving. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The nerve. Yeah. People are just not, you gotta be careful. Lady, be careful. Lady, be careful. Ladies, be careful. Okay. So this person will move. Anyway, I'll have further updates, everyone. I'll have further updates for the masses. And if you like the hair, natural. It's very cold, high humidity here. My hair stands up. Anyway, for those who celebrate Christmas, Feliz Navidad. I stopped celebrating a long time ago because I never understood, even as a little girl, it was supposed to be the birth of baby Jesus. So, the birth of baby Jesus, I couldn't understand how Jesus was buying all these toys. And then Santa Claus came into the picture. I was like, but he's not born on Christmas Day. As a little kid. Yeah, another holiday hijacked. Another holiday hijacked by capitalists. Anyway, I'll be signing off, everybody. I'll be signing off, everybody. Hello, hello. Yes, hello. Uh, I'm a mix of everything. I have some of that in me from, yeah. I'll be back. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and be careful out there. People are very volatile. People don't act correct. People, I just see now that I'm noticing a lot of, there's been poor governing for a very long time, but I'm noticing that they're, they're saying there's strength in numbers. Well, there appears to be, because of how the election went, those on the right in political office are, I believe some of them now have assumed the imaginary role of thinking that they're kings and queens. And well, we're going to have to just reinforce the fact that we don't live in a monarch. So I just say to people, be careful, watch where you're spending your money. And like I said, that golden parachute that you thought was going to be happening, with all the prices going so low, like low bargain basement low, it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I mean, like, I think a friggin' a cross-eyed freaking rodent could have told people that. But anyway, I'll be signing off. If you like what I have to say, follow my channel. Follow my channel. I'll be putting stuff on when I get to more followers. I'll be able to sell my merchandise, and because I'm a turtle, I do everything in a slow way. It's just the way it has to be. I have to take my time. It takes me a very long time to make a decision. It's a Pisces thing. We have to make sure everything has to be aligned. Wait a second, that's not lined up. But that has to go back. Oh no, that has to go there. Oh, move that over there. Anyway, till next time. Bye. Thanks for watching.